Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Katelyn, and today we are continuing the 100 Dragon Challenge. So this one's I've been looking forward to doing, but I don't know why it just hasn't really lined up with each June, but we're gonna do it this month. We're gonna do a LGBT Pride Dragon. And I remember when I posted the Pride from the 7 Deadly Sins, I got a couple fun comments being like, wait, this isn't the Pride I thought it was going to be. And I'm like, well, now you get that Pride. So I really wanted to do this one for so many reasons, and I knew this one was going to be on my list of to do for dragons, because I myself identify as part of the LGBT community, and I always want to show that this channel is like a safe place for anyone and everyone here, you know? So at least for me, I identify as bisexual. That's kind of been not a super recent discovery, but I questioned it a lot when I was younger, and kind of finally accepted it probably in my early 20s. It just took a little bit of time, and you know, when I was growing up, there wasn't a lot of LGBT representation in like media, and it wasn't really something easily accessible, I guess. The only thing I knew really was either you were gay or straight, and even that didn't really occur until like high school for me. Like I didn't know really any gay people growing up. My parents, they didn't like shelter me from it or anything. They're very accepting and very wonderful parents, but it just wasn't a common thing in like when I was growing up in the 90s and the early 2000s, at least in online media or TV shows, or even out and about, just like people in general here in Arizona. I didn't really see it much. And then I also was enrolled in a Catholic school starting in 7th grade. 8th grade. So for sure it was very much not talked about when I was growing up. My parents didn't purposely shelter it from me, but it was a very recent discovery for me. And with that, I've become very proud and happy with my identity as a bisexual woman, and I thought today I would do a bi dragon. I thought this one would be a really cool opportunity for all of us to either share like a cool dragon design for what we relate to within the LGBT spectrum, or if you're an ally, you're welcome to draw just something that relates to maybe the movement or like the rainbow flag or whatever you would like to do. I'm really excited to see all the prompts, but I was talking with my friend Janelle, and we were saying like how cool it will be for this one to just have kind of a rainbow collection of all these different cool dragons, maybe based off of the flags or the different identities under the LGBTQ plus spectrum. I'm just really excited to see what you guys make. But for me, I really wanted to do a bisexual dragon because it's taken me a long time to kind of come to terms with my sexuality. I know I just talked about it, but I don't know. This dragon felt pretty special to me because it kind of related to an old OC dragon that I had years ago. Like when I was in middle school and early high school, I drew my dragon, so to say. Like I drew, I guess it wasn't really a furry or a scaly, because I didn't really know those terms either. But I guess, yeah, it could be said, like seen as that, where I drew myself as a dragon. And I used it on everything. It was like my little persona emote thing. And I used that a lot growing up. So I kind of took that and kind of updated it to what I would want my dragon to kind of look like now, but then also incorporate some bisexual colors. It was just kind of an amalgamation of both my own personal dragon design and like something more related to what I was thinking for like bi pride, so to say. And so some of the aspects from my original dragon was I really liked making like an Asian lung dragon for my I guess I don't know if I should call it a fursona. I guess I'll just call it for a fursona for this sake. I really loved having the cool long whiskers and like a big mane and like more of a furry dragon. So I wanted to for sure incorporate those aspects into this dragon. But then I was like really vibing with the idea of like a butterfly. I feel that, you know, everyone is at a different point in their journey of discovery. And for those of you who are still, you know, in the closet or like taking your time finding out who you are and your identity, you know, you're still very much a part of this movement. You're loved, you're valued, everything. Like, it just takes us all so much time to figure out who we are, you know? So at least for me, like I said, I didn't really accept this part of myself until my early 20s. It wasn't that I was being, you know, discouraged from it. I didn't know. I didn't know this was a thing until I was a little bit older. And I feel very much more like myself and comfortable with myself now that I know this about myself. And I really identified with that idea of like a butterfly, because I feel like for years I was kind of just in my little cocoon, like slowly growing into the person I am now. Like looking back at old pictures of myself or seeing the way that I wrote things, or like old DeviantArt posts or different things. Like I was a wee little babby, and I didn't really know much about myself at all. So I really felt this was an opportunity to show, like, you know, I've you know, evolved into something more myself. It just took a couple of years and a little bit of not fermenting. I don't know why my brain was like fermenting, and I'm like, no, that's not the right word. It just took some time. So I really identified with the idea of a butterfly, and this one took a lot of different colors. It was very colorful in terms of like, I wanted to have all the different colors on the flag, and then I was like, we're gonna have to really push those pinks and purples and blues, but I wanted them to pop a lot. So I was like, another aspect I'm gonna take from my old OC dragon was I had it have like black and red fur. So I was like, we're gonna make this a really like dark colored base dragon, so then we can get those pinks, purples, and blues to really pop from the design. I do kind of wish I picked a little bit of a brighter purple, like you'll see once we get coloring, but I'm still very happy with the different colors that are present in this dragon and in this piece. So I think this is the first year that I'm like, I guess, fully celebrating Pride completely publicly, I guess. I mean, I did last year celebrate it on some of my social medias, and I think the year before a little bit too, but this year I went full on and posted it on my my personal social medias and everything. I didn't really, it's hard because being bisexual and kind of discovering it like after I was married, you know, I am like a hetero passing relationship, you know, and so I never felt like I needed to have a full like coming out, so to say, to anyone in my family, because it was a later discovery, and well, I guess I knew it was there, but it was just more a later realization of like, oh, so that's why I like men and women ? But at least in terms of within like my family, I never have felt the need to really come out and say anything about it, or, you know, have a coming out type of thing, just because, you know, I'm already in a relationship and I just never have felt the need to bring it up. But I don't know, I've never been against talking about it, but my brother came out as bisexual not too long ago, and I was finally like, it just felt more comfortable to be like, oh, okay, like he has a boyfriend, identifies as bisexual, and I'm like, well, now I can just talk about it, because not to sound bad, but it was kind of like he was the unintentional test subject, I guess. Like, I knew my parents and my family was very accepting of everything, but, you know, he unavoidably was the one to really test the waters of everything, and it went perfectly fine. So I feel comfortable posting about my sexuality and who I am, because I'm lucky enough to have a very understanding family, but I've never really felt the need to have a full like coming out, you know. And I've talked about it on here and on my Twitch streams, but I don't think I fully was like making a video about being bisexual. So I guess this is kind of like the YouTube equivalent of it. I've talked about it like in other videos, but I guess this is the Katelyn coming out to YouTube video, kind of, sort of, if you want to call it that. But yeah, I just want to really iterate and let my community know that if you guys are struggling, you know, with your identity or are not in a good household right now that is accepting of you or who you are or anything, just know that it does get better. And I know Pride can be a month of either like mass celebration or it can be kind of a struggle, especially for people that feel they can't be their true selves yet. I know it can be kind of hard when you feel something about yourself and either don't know what that is or are struggling to know if it's the right time or if you even can talk about it. But just know that you're very loved and valued, and it just sometimes takes time to, you know, become and grow into the person you're meant to be. And it just maybe will take some time to feel comfortable with talking about who you are, or, you know, maybe you just need to find a good support network to, you know, be there for you. Like if you are in a family situation that might not be accepting of who you are, just know that there's other people out there that will be there for you and to support you. And you know, it just gets better, because I know a lot of young LGBT people out there, it can be really hard to know who you are and come out about it, and it can be scary, but just know that there's people out there that are going through similar things, and we're here for you. And it can be a struggle, but just know that you're loved and there's going to be better days ahead for you. I know that was kind of a sappy thing, but I know I've struggled with my sexuality over time and who I am, so just know that there are people out there that will be accepting and loving of you, and just you need to find your people. And with that, not to sound like a weird shameless plug, but like, feel free to join our Discord. We have a very lovely, friendly community. You can post your dragon art there. You can post other art to the community. We're I think we're a very fun bunch. We're a bunch of nerds, and we talk about creatures and cool designs and nerdy stuff and games, and you know, it's a very fun community. So if you're looking for some people to hang out with, or if you need some support during Pride, just know that you're always welcome within our Discord community. The links are down in the description. And yeah, happy Pride. I'm very excited that I got to make this and kind of show a little bit about myself through a video. And I really like how this dragon turned out. I think the butterfly wing part, I think I would have done it a little bit different. After making it, I'm like, you know, it's not bad, but I think I could have done something a little bit different, but I still like it. I still really like looking at this one, and it just makes me happy. You know, I don't know how to describe it, but I'm very excited to see what you guys make. I think there's so many amazing dragons that we could make based off of all of the different flags for LGBT. I found one recently that just was like a whole collection of dragons based off the flags, and it was by another artist that it was just amazing. And I think you all are gonna knock it out of the park and make some amazing pieces. All right, and with that, we are all done with my By Pride dragon. I had a lot of fun creating this. Like I said, I can't wait to see what you guys make. But in the meantime, we should go ahead and look at last week's dragons for Pisces. So we only had a couple entries for this one, totally fine. So I'm just gonna kind of show them all on screen at once. First off, Jonah, I really like the cool, like energy, wispy, watery type of look to your dragon. It's really, really cool. And Pointy Fish, this just looks like so calm and soothing. Like I totally would want to just lounge on this beach with these dragons. Like, I don't know, I love the colors and the feel of it. And you guys all did amazing. I loved all of your Pisces dragons, really cool, diverse designs. So if you guys would like to enter this week's Pride Dragon, you should post it on Instagram or Twitter with the hashtag KM100Dragons, or you can join our Discord community and post it in our little channel there. But either way, I had a lot of fun making this, and I hope you guys had fun watching this, so thank you so much for stopping by and checking out this video. And if you aren't already, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button, join our little community, and I can't believe we're already on number 70 of this 100 Dragon Challenge. We have 30 left. Like, holy crap, we are so close to being done, but I know it's still going to take quite a while to make all these dragons. I just can't believe we're almost at 100, like, holy crap. But either way, anyway, all the ways, whatever. See you guys later, and have a great Pride Month. Bye, everybody.